So I'm James and I am strong. The story of strength for me really is thinking about my little brother Billy. My little brother Billy was born 12 years ago, and I was just finishing university at the time when I decided to move home and help out. I've kind of spent the last 12 years supporting Mum and Bill, and about 2-3 years ago he stopped eating suddenly and refused to eat anything. He'd been coming for a long time, he'd been really struggling at school, and he'd started getting really picky with his food in about the February time. And it was about July, and we ended up in hospital with him, and we managed to get him out of hospital, but Billy would only eat microwavable chips, drink a smoothie and drink a milkshake. We just didn't really know what was going on. We thought he was just being really fussy. And anyway, this went on for a really long time, and he started to refuse to go to school. He started self-harming, and he hurt his foot, and then he refused to walk. He would just hop everywhere, and then he stopped talking, completely stopped talking. And over this time, we were kind of going from different support service to doctor to expert, and we were playing a referral game. We was kind of moved from pillar to post, and Mum and I have both got teaching backgrounds and both kind of quite well informed about mental illness, and we had no idea what was going on. He'd always been a little bit quirky, but just a normal young fun little guy, so he had this complete transformation where he became a different person during this time. I remember, taking him on a wheelchair into London from Romford and being on the train and just being there, and not knowing what to do for the best, how to help him the most. And this is a person that I'd helped raise from him being a baby. And I think there was just a moment on the train on the way back with Mum and Bill, and it was kind of like, we're going to get through this. He can get better. And it got a lot worse after that. But I remember about a week or two after that moment, when I was travelling down to Devon, I got a text from Mum, and she'd found this website which had kind of a description of a type of autism called PDA, or pathological demand avoidance, and it kind of read the description of it, and it just really was just a summary of Bill. And what this said was that you actually need to take all the pressure off, and that you need to take structure away, because they're trying to control people that have this type of autism. They're trying to control the environment because they're managing kind of extreme anxiety, and they need some sort of control. And the reason that they may start to sort of stop eating is because it's one thing that they can actually control. And while I was away in Devon, my mum started to implement some of these strategies, and within a week he started to eat again, and he just started working. And it was like a miracle. I learned a lot from that time, because I'm a typical man in some ways, in that you want to fix problems. You always think there's an answer, and you want to give people the answer, and you want things to improve really quickly. And change doesn't happen like that. It takes time, and it takes just being there, and supporting people. And that's what I kind of learned, is that I don't need to have all of the answers. I just need to be there. I remember crying in his cottage in Devon and just being so pleased. And I think that that's my kind of story of strength, knowing that just by being there and being supportive to Mum and being supportive to Bill was ultimately what made the difference in the end, and just persevering. That was that was a real moment of strength, I would say.